Part 3. The three spread out around the herd and began to ride in silence for a while. The sun was at high noon now, but was not bearing down too hard because the crew and cattle were moving under a large patch of trees. Jake could tell a lot of the cows were beginning to get hungry, as it became increasingly difficult to keep them focused. It was like pulling fingernails to get their heads off the ground, away from the grass, and walking again. Jake quickly decided that the next opening that they got to would be a brief stopping point. As they broke the edge of the swamp and back out into the open, Jake let out a big "Whoa!" to let everyone know to stop the drive. Still in silence, each one found a low branch in the shade to tie their horses off to. Jake and Tucker both broke out some of their tack and water, while Boyd quickly ducked into the woods to go to the bathroom. Jake and Tucker approached each other. "Hey, listen, Tuck. Don't mind what I said earlier. I was just getting pissed at Montgomery's issues with Boyd." Tucker replied, "Well, either way, I plan to go find a piece of property of my own, with the cut from this herd, and start farming my own place. I think it'd be better that way." "You know, that's not necessary. Your help around the place is much—" Tucker quickly cut Jake off, just as Boyd was stumbling out of the brush. "No, you're right. I need to start looking at settling down the right way." "All right, but you know you're always welcome at our place. I'm sorry about what I said earlier." "Hey, Pop, what's going on?" Boyd came in as he walked up. "Nothing, son. I figure we'll sit here for a little while and give the cows a break." After a short while, the crew broke back up, filled their water pouches by a small pond nearby, and mounted their horses to get working again. As usual, Tucker let out his yelp, and the herd began crashing and thundering back into the woods. Although his whip was cracking and voice surrounding the cattle, Jake's mind was still preoccupied with what Boyd had told him earlier about the Montgomery family. As his mind was running circles around him, he decided to turn around and grab an orange out of his right saddlebag. At that same instant, Boyd's screeching whistle suddenly rumbled through the trees. Jake whipped his head around to see what was wrong. As if time had stopped for the three Florida crackers, they froze and stared directly at a large buck that almost seemed to be staring them right back in the eyes. The deer's antlers were a dark, deep brown and appeared rubbed down. This was obviously an old swamp buck.